So the claim that I'm going to be responding to is that popular electronic devices are negatively affecting humans. So the secondary claims to this claim was that it affects health, specifically obesity, hearing and vision, and sleep. And the secondary claim is that social media harms our mental state. So my major claim will be popular technology is positively affecting humans. And my secondary claims will be the same on how it affects our health and in regards to social media. So beginning with my first secondary claim, technology is improving our health. I'll start off with how it affects obesity. So the causes of obesity are really complex, and the exact answer isn't really definite. So according to Dr. Michael Gard and Professor Jan Wright, they say that no scientific study has shown a clear link between children's weight and amount of television they watch or how long they spend surfing the internet. Hundreds of cases have been researched by these two for their book on childhood obesity. And of all the evidence in these cases that they have seen, the evidence was either weak or ignored the basic research standards. So it meant that technology could not be identified as the true culprit. Claims about TV causing obesity are simply not based on fact. They come from age-old anxieties over technology. This was also said by Dr. Michael Gard and Professor Jan Wright. So according to the Obesity Society that provides research and education on obesity, 70% of children in the US are now overweight. These causes go deeper since, according to the National Blood, Heart, and Lung Institute, obesity is mainly caused by having more energy, which is calories taken in, than calories taken, exerted. This simply means that most weight gain is caused by overeating. Dr. Sean Tablet, a nutritional biochemist, states that weight loss is 75% your diet and 25% physical activity. So in studies of over 700 cases by Dr. Tablet, it was shown that the quickest weight loss was through those people who actually ate a smarter diet. So they avoided all the junk food. So in addition to that, the Institute also reports that a portion of weight gain is caused by genetics and the environment. So even the eating habits of your parents and birth weight can affect obesity rates. So it can't be all just put on technology, spending too much time in front of the TV. So moving on to the second point of how it affects our sleep, the Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine tells of a study by Dr. Michael A. Grander and associates of how there's no standardized way in which there's complex statistical analysis done. So the studies also don't show the precision of instruments used, which means that the scientists who perform these experiments don't know whether the devices were being used passively, such as watching a movie, or actively, like responding to texts or emails. So the National Sleep Foundation reported that 45% of Americans said they had poor sleep in the foundation's inaugural Sleep Health Index. However, they reported that they were getting a good quantity of sleep, which was the recommended national average, which was about 7 to 10 hours, but only the quality was something that was being affected. But the quality of the sleep, they reported, could also be due to 67% of these Americans being in poor to fair health and only 27% being in good health. So your health kind of affects the quality of which you feel rested. High stress levels and a low satisfaction of life contributes to the poor quality of sleep, says the National Sleep Foundation. So this means that electronic devices at night is not significantly having an effect on the quantity of sleep that people are getting, and that there are several bigger factors such as your health and just overall mental state that are going into it. So in regards to vision, a testimonial from a woman named Londa Peterson, who works for the Tri-County Association for the Blind, has new technology that allows her computer to speak to her, so it's easier for her work to be proofread. So technology is actually helping the vision impaired. But as for effects, approximately 14 million Americans 12 and older have reported that they do have visual impairments, says the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. And technology is not a singular cause for deteriorating eyesight. aging, near point stress, which can be from reading a book, not just being on your computer, deficiency in nutrition, abusing contact lenses or eyeglasses, sun exposure, trauma to the eye, lack of eye muscle, exercise, and genetics all play roles in how well your eye is functioning. So saying that electronic devices are causing the severe eye damage and can lead to this extent of damage is a little far-fetched, since there's multiple factors that can go into it. In regards to hearing, there's new technologies that can help, since many Americans suffer from hearing loss, such as cochlear implants and captioning and stuff like that. And in the context of a device doing some type of damage, it is due to people abusing the device. So playing volumes higher than 85 decibels. And a normal conversation is at 60, so it's quite higher. And according to statistics from the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, 12.5% of children and adolescents 6 to 19 and 70% of adults have suffered permanent damage from hearing at high volumes with these devices. So in total, that's more than 30 million. The side effect can easily be fixed though if people use it appropriately and don't put it at such high levels. So it's really not the device's fault, it's people abusing it. And for the secondary claim that social media is focused on social sciences.
It's 6 minutes and 30 seconds, so you're over. I have to stop you because we have a whole bunch of speeches to hear.
Okay.
All right, sorry.